Alright guys, welcome back, and in this video we are going to focus on how to create a sidebar for a blog website. And if you don't know, then know it now from me that sidebar is very important, especially for a blog website. Because in your blog website, you are not only publishing your content, as in the articles alone, but your aim is also to make money with that blog website. So if you want to make money with your blog website, then you should really be adding a sidebar to your blog website. And in this video, I am going to be showing you how to add a sidebar to your blog website and where to add that sidebar. So now let's say you have a blog website like this, and as you can see that this is professionally designed, and as it is like this, I will not advise you to add a sidebar here on your homepage. Then in that same hand, if you go to other category pages like to lifestyle, here as the layout is structured here, it's up to you to choose if you want to add a sidebar to all your archive category pages. But in the new trend now, it is not advisable to include sidebar in all these archive category pages, including your homepage. So that new trend on where to add your sidebar has now made it that you add the sidebar on a single blog page. Like if you click on this blog article now and come over here to the single page of this particular blog post. Now, as you see, it's structured here. You can see that the content is here at the center, and the left and the right side is just an empty white background area. So with seeing the way there is a lot of spaces here, then you will agree with me that sidebar is supposed to be implemented into these single blog pages. And the advantage of it also is that, like I said earlier, that your aim of owning a blog is also to make money. So that sidebar will be where you might use to display those adverts that people paid you or contact you to do for them. So the way I want to structure this is that this main content will take a shape from here, somewhere from here. Then the sidebar will be implemented here at the right side or at the left side. So for that, if you sign up with all these affiliate programs, you can include their banners or their link on your sidebar. And that is another way that people make money with their blog. And all those affiliate programs are for free to sign up. So, but as a beginner who is just starting up a new blog website, I will advise you just create a basic normal sidebar, then continue publishing articles on your blog website. Then when it grows up, now you can progress into signing up with all these programs. Okay, so that is why in this video I am going to show you how to create a basic sidebar for your blog website. And also, I will show you how to include the affiliate banners or banner from any company you want to advertise their products or services on your blog website. So that is to show you how lucrative a blog is. So now let's just move ahead and see how to add a sidebar to our blog website pages. So for that, I will come up here now and click on customize. So here now on the customization section, like you know, I mentioned earlier that I do not advise you include a sidebar on your homepage like here. But if you want to include it, then you can come down to pages and go into it and enable a sidebar for it. Then now, the place I want to add the sidebar is on single blog post. So that is why I will come here and click on the single blog post. So now here, let me first of all go to a single blog post here. Then now I am in a single blog post. And for that, if you come here under the post structure, you can see here on the general that the layout we are using is called narrow width. And because we want to make use of the sidebar, that is why I will come down here now and select either the left or the right sidebar, whichever one I want to use. And you know normally that on an e-commerce website, that we normally use the left sidebar, just like this, as you can see. But in a blog website, we always make use of the right sidebar. So for that and for the sake of this tutorial, I am going to choose the right sidebar. Then you can see that the single blog post on your blog website is now associated with right sidebar. So now, perfect. Then the next thing I am going to do is to come down under here on the content area style. Then I'll make it to be boxed. Nice. Then the next thing is to go to the styling tool of this sidebar. And for that, I will come up here now and click on this arrow to go back one step. Then back here now, I come up here now and click on sidebar. Then here on the sidebar under general, you can see the type of the layout design of the sidebar we are using. Then if you want to make use of the type 2, you can select it, which is this. The difference is that this one provided a lot of space as in padding between the main content and the sidebar. And on the type 3 again, almost the same thing. And also on type 4. So, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead with the default, which is type 1. Then under the layout type style, we have sidebar width. So I'm going to make it like 28. Okay, so perfect. Now coming down under it, we have sidebar gap. So now on the sidebar gap, if you increase it, you can see how it looks. So that is the gap between the main content and the sidebar. Now coming down under it here on the widget vertical spacing. So I'm going to leave it the way it is at default. So now coming down here on the sticky sidebar, what this means is this sidebar, like as you see as it is now, if I'm scrolling, then it's scrolling with the main content. But if I happen to switch this on, then it will become sticky. Like as you see now, if I'm scrolling up, it stays one place. That's sticky at the sidebar there. So with that, now here now on the stick behavior, you can see it says entire sidebar. Now if we choose last X widgets, then on the last widget we leave it 1, which is if I'm scrolling up now, you can see when it comes up there, then it will stick 1 widget. And this widget is counted like this. This from these categories down here is 1 widget. From these archives to the date is 1 widget. Recent comments is 1 widget. And recent post is also 1 widget on its own. So now, as you can see, that the last X widget on the stick behavior, we left it on 1. And that is why only this last widget, which is the category widget, that is showing. Now, if you like, you can increase it to 2. Then you see the 2 widgets will be showing as sticky. Same thing on increasing it to 3 also. So now how you can make use of this is like if you want to add the advert from Google AdSense, then you can add it here. Or maybe that you got an advert request or agreement from any company, then you can come here on the last widget and they add it here. So but for the sake of this tutorial, I want to add the sticky behavior on the entire sidebar. So that is why I will select this entire sidebar button back again. Now under it, you have sidebar visibility. This is about the mobile optimization, which I know we are going to do a separate video on how to optimize your blog website for mobile devices. Same thing on the mobile sidebar position. We are all going to take a look at all this in the mobile optimization video tutorial section. So now with this, let's suppose I come up here now and click on publish. Now go back to your website and click on any single blog post. Now you can see that you have added a sidebar to a single blog post page. And this is how it looks. Then, and the one thing you need to know is that this sidebar is consists of widgets. Like I mentioned shortly, when I want to switch on the sticky effect, that all these things you see here on the sidebar are all widgets. And this widget is what we are going to take a look at in the next upcoming videos on how to add or remove widgets to your sidebar. Like for example, you hover your mouse up here now, you will see widgets. Then if you click on it, you can see how it displays. As you see it here, with all these elements added using this widget. If you come up here now, usually it is document overview, but here on the widget is list view. Now you can see this is the structure of your sidebar. This is your main sidebar here. If you open it now, you see all the elements you have inside it. First, we have the sidebar, which you can see this is it. Then under the sidebar, we have a group, and of which inside that group, we have a heading. Then we have latest post. So in that same way, we have the group under it again, which contains the recent comments. Just like that, if it continues. So now what we are going to do is that we are going to delete all these elements and the widgets here on the sidebar. So and since I want to delete all the elements here in my sidebar, so that is why I will come up here on the main sidebar, expand it. Then first of all, here on the search, I click on the three dots hamburger options for search. Then come down and click on delete. Then do the same thing on the group and all the groups here in the main sidebar. So perfect. The content here on your sidebar is totally deleted. That is why if you come up here now and click on updates, then go back to that single blog post page. If you refresh this browser now, you can see that those elements inside the sidebar, they are all deleted, and the sidebar space is still left empty there, which, like I mentioned shortly, that in the next video I am going to show you how to add a widget into the sidebar of your blog website. So in the next video, I will go ahead and show you how you can design this your sidebar by adding a widget and element into it. And with that, that brings us to the end of this particular video today. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next videos.